Alrighty then, welcome everyone. Another day of Factorio. Be day number 9. Yeah, let's get into this here. Beautiful Wednesday outside. Beautiful day to be inside playing Factorio. So let's get to it. Okay, so pretty much we kind of ended the last day just optimizing some parts of the factory. So, and we're getting the walls set up and everything. I don't really have any more spiked. Well, I do have almost, yeah, 350 or so. Unfortunately, I need about 500 to put down another line of them. Yeah, almost 600 actually. So we're about only halfway to being able to do this when it comes to the wall. And I don't want to really do like a half section or anything. So we'll just give it some time. It will fill it out. I actually need to remove this one and maybe even these worms right here. The worms will be the easy part. Another thing we need to do is, since there is so much swampland right here, I'm gonna grab, I kind of wanted a bigger section, maybe like this, a bit of landfill, and I'm just gonna do ideally just kind of like the very first bits here, so like the walls where the, oh, not that much. One of the walls, pretty much where the first power poles will be going as well. And just for the swampland, this is basically whenever the roboports get will start reaching out that far, it will complete that. So that's pretty much all I wanted. Okay, so we're going to be doing the wall on the perimeter. We need to get core mining set up, and we are currently working on rocket parts. So we're doing a little bit of everything, a little bit of a lot of different things. And yeah, we're just continuing our trek towards the space. So this little guy, we're not even close. And that's mostly because of the rocket control units. So let's look at that. And this is still shooting off because, well, it won't be for, if at all, anymore, because it's going to back up on telemetry data. And that's right, batteries. So let's just maybe upgrade batteries a little bit, or just kind of optimize these to see if they can get them to work any better than they are. We're getting kind of low on batteries, and we're going to be needing these anyway for all the laser turrets. Where do I have laser turrets being made? I know I set them up. There they are. Yeah, see, we're only at 32. I mean, we have plenty of batteries up here for it, but really, without getting these batteries working better, we're gonna be short on them pretty quick. So let's examine what we've got here. We're doing really well on the acid. And the acid is definitely not a problem. It will be if I put any more down. So let's go ahead and put some more down. I think that's kind of what we need to do. I think we just have not, whoops. I think we just don't have enough, honestly. So let's add to this. Like that. And we can boost the sulfuric acid in just a second. I can either put another one down or just throw in another speed module. That's still not enough, so we're going to put a second one down. We probably could do it this way. Oh, right. Need sulfur. Oh, really? Still with the robots. Okay, I think what I need to do is just kind of change this up just a little bit. And we're going to change where the sulfur comes in, I think. Or at least add to it. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work. And I might just do it this way, just kind of get it done. Let's do another shoehorn project. Okay, that should be more than enough. I could probably even go... Well, actually, no, I can't. I was going to say I could probably go full out productivity modules, but I don't know if I can. But you're running, you're running. Kind of surprised that does not equal enough. Let's do this. Alright, we are producing enough sulfuric acid now. And I think everything else is running just fine. I could change all these to battery or to productivity modules instead of some speed modules, but I kind of want the speed more than conservation of resources, so I think the way it is right now is probably the better way. So let's do this. And that definitely increased our battery output by quite a lot there. Okay, so let's see if that kind of helps it out a little bit. We'll probably need to check on our sulfur production and all that later on, but right now we should be doing a little bit better with these RCUs. Yeah, they're at least full up on batteries, and that should be backing up pretty quickly as well. This is more what I'm happier to see. Full lines of intermediary products. Intermediate. Okay, so RCUs, can I maybe boost the production of these? Because these things are just incredibly slow, and we do have them set up on productivity modules, so I don't know if the rest of what we're making can keep up with this, but let's try it. And really the same goes for low density structures here. So let's just do this. Okay. And we'll see if we have enough batteries incoming and everything. I want to say this, the RCUs and the laser turrets are pretty much the only two things that are really eating the batteries whatsoever. Yeah, there's really nothing else. I'm sure there are more things I could probably examine. Oh yeah, we got all the accumulators. They also need batteries. And we have a lot of them. We could probably put down mostly another battery here. I might even do that. Let's see, so what are we lacking? We're just pretty much lacking the modules, and that's it. Well, that's good. That's actually really good. Let's see, what is the holdup of the modules? Because I know I'm making them. Oh. Okay. What I need to do to fix this is pretty much just do this. And then remove that altogether. And I pretty much need to do that for all of them. So, yeah, because none of these are going to be getting filled. Not that we really need them right now. But we will use productivity or all the module ones as well, so. Oh my gosh, stop blowing up my robots. Deal with the robot destruction. I mean, this is pretty much as good as it gets when it comes to robots, because they're at the very edge, and you know they can't go any slower, unfortunately. You're right there, dog. Okay. It's actually right next to the batteries. Should have just dropped them down here, I guess. Yeah, our sulfur's definitely kind of suffering a little bit, at least. Looks like our large motors also do not have... Oh, okay, let's boost these up a little bit. Nice, there we go. So these weren't really running 100% because of the lubricant issue there. I also need to set up water and lubricant barreling because I want to put those in the rocket. So let's kind of get that one going a little bit. We can at least kind of start the infrastructure of this. And it's going to be pretty similar, except we're going to use filter inserters. Well, it's filter stack inserters, like that. And basically in the beginning, I'm just going to use just a blank right there. And I'm probably going to maybe go up here too. Right, and I actually want to connect all these, at least At least the inserters. I probably should have done that first. Oops. I need cables, right? Yep, I'm gonna want those all connected. I really like this. Let's fix it. Okay, I think I'll just kind of throw those in there. Let's throw the assembly machines. Can I even make any more? Not yet. No, I need low densities. Well, we got some right here. Okay. I'm gonna steal some. We definitely need low densities and everything in the rocket, or at least, you know, going to space, I should say. Doesn't have to be in the rocket. It just needs to be going to space. We're gonna need stone. We're gonna need a lot of heat shielding and a lot of steel. Okay. These trees have got to go. Didn't really mean me. How is our logistics storage? Alright, so we have 2 full and 1 that is beginning to fill up. We gotta do something about these right now. This is not an ideal situation, especially with all the wood and everything we've got in there, wood and stone. And I do have some requester chests, so let's maybe set something up and we can probably start getting rid of some of the stone and wood and everything else. I just gotta find the requester chests. I really should have put them in my shelter instead of sticking them in here. I think that's all. Yep. So I'm probably not going to use the warehouse, but I can definitely use the strong boxes and kind of stick them somewhere so they will at least slowly filter out what we have in our inventory. Let's see. This is going to be pretty much going forever, so I think what we should do... This is useless. I don't know why that's there. Kind of surprised they're bringing the wood down here. This is actually a closer logistics storage right here, and it is not locked off from it. Okay, let's just do this. Let's say we'll put coal in here. Coal. Just request all of it. And I'm gonna put wood right here. And I could put wood. I could kind of put it right here and just change it. So maybe we'll do that real quick. Okay, and we actually have one more of these strong boxes, and I'm probably going to use it for stone. Especially since we are getting so low on stone right here, I think it's a good idea. Let's do stone. We could do it down here, I guess, but Or even right here. This might even be a better spot. But I'd rather turn it into bricks at this point, because we need bricks more than anything. Okay, that'll definitely keep the logistics bots a little busy for a while there, and wow. I did not realize that our silicon was struggling so much. Well, it's actually more of this. And it might even be a supply issue, so let's upgrade those. That's great, let's upgrade everything. Yeah, well right now, at least with these upgrades, is definitely a production or an output issue on that side. Alright, that should help quite a bit. At least till this is empty. Saturated. Are these? Yeah, these are outputting just fine. Yeah, they're only doing 10, so. Well, that'll improve our silicon, at least just a little bit. And we can always just move those requester chests at a later date to complete a little bit more. Or empty out a little bit more, I should say. And let's perhaps... Yeah, we could probably put down 2 of these and not have much of an issue. I think I do want to babysit that wall side a little bit though. And I need to destroy that base section over there too. So let's get that done. This is very empty. Why are you empty? I know I'm getting low on iron, but I didn't realize it was that low. Where's my trains? Coming in. Do I only have 1 train on this station? I do. Okay. And I have it set to wait until it's full. So let's gonna try. Actually, I don't. So instead of an activity, I think I'll do time passed. So that should be enough to take pretty much whatever it puts out there. And then maybe at the station I'll do an activity. We'll try that. We need to keep the iron flowing as much as possible. Yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Let's wait. It's a big worm. I think it's the first one we've seen. Alright, at least our building won't have a problem anymore. Eee. And I believe we have finished, yeah, we've finished all of our land base research. So we're not going to be doing that anymore. And I need to do that. And I actually meant to come back before I did all this and clear that. There we go, like that. Okay, awesome. And we should have an army of robots for the most part. I'm going to stamp down another one, I think, too. Just get them started. There's that. Okay, he's actually at power now, so that's good. Now, unfortunately, gates are very weak compared to regular walls, so we're going to be getting gate losses a lot, but not much we can do about that, unfortunately. I'd rather have the gate sections there than not, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay. I don't think this is premature, so let's go ahead and get rid of some of this. They'd have to cut corners pretty well to get into our, go around here and get in down to here, so. At this point, I'd rather have the concrete walls back, so let's do that. Okay, and we also need to get down here and get this going down the south, and the uranium and the copper and frankly probably the iron too at this point. Let's see, where is our next iron patch? I think the south wall one would be the next iron patch, unless we come up here and grab this one. I mean, 7 million would be nice to have. That would definitely be train worthy. It's a pretty good size patch. We could put some decent miners on it. Yeah, I'm not really worried about stone or anything. We have stone. It's still just copper and iron. But I think we are getting less bot deaths, at least right here. If not just slight. Apparently there's water right there. Let's see. place down some landfill, and then we can fill it in, so to speak. Okay, so iron's running, copper's running. We still have quite a bit. Yeah, we have like 700,000 iron saved up, so definitely not worried about iron. We have a lot of iron. However, I guess I didn't realize I had not turned that on. Not that big of a deal, but it does allow a little bit better of a flow. Okay. All right, let's continue maybe optimizing the base a little bit. How many more spiked walls do I have? I got plenty. I just want to make sure I have enough because I want to keep going. I have over 1,000, so I think 2 of these would be well within our reach. Oh, good. No, the swamp is going to interfere with our roboports. It might with some of our power, unfortunately, but not with our roboports. But we can fix the power problem, and they're still actually connected. It just might take a little bit longer, unfortunately, so. Oh, there she is. All right. Core mining, I think, is our real next hurdle. Because if we do get core mining done, I mean, we may not even need to grab this uranium. We got a lot of landfill too. I think I'm going to queue up where the rails will be, at the very least. And that's mainly just to get these parts done here, so. Okay. That should mostly do it. Unfortunately, we don't really have a straight shot to the rail because of the iron mines, but by the time we get there, we might actually be able just to bypass these because these are quickly running out. Of course, this is 1,000,000. We could squanch these in a little bit better and mine it out faster, and maybe that's what we should do. I'm gonna cut power and let it drain. Then we'll pick it all up. Of course, I really gave the robots way more than they're capable of doing right now. Yep. We have very few available construction robots, so we'll just let them work a little bit. I also want to finish this at least a little bit here, so kind of get it queued up. Alright, so we're, again, still pretty heavy in that phase of needing to optimize and kind of get everything working. So, and we do need to get it all kind of going before we leave, because like last time, we need to make sure we are set up to be absent so our base doesn't get destroyed while we're gone. Because if you watched in Season 1, it did do that, so... I mean, granted, mostly while we were gone, it was one of our outposts that was getting attacked and was not able to repair itself and all that, but it kind of goes to show what you need to do. And I need a radar up here. Okay, that's 1,700. How many accumulators? We've got 1,000 accumulators. I might put another one down up here. Did I just copy it? I must have just copied it. Alright, so we'll copy it. What is here? Is that water? It might be water. That's water. I should just make this a blueprint, and maybe that's what I'll do. Now that it's kind of up here in the middle of nowhere, it's a good spot to actually blueprint something, so let's gonna do that. Except I don't have power poles. Okay, absolute. We'll do 100 by 100. 7 sevens. Accumulator. Cool. Okay. Spiked walls, 350. So we need to let those build up a little bit before we try to build any more. Well, this is the satellite. I was gonna go check this one. So we have a space capsule. We have all of our liquid fuel that we need. We're probably going to go to the asteroid belt. So we need more fuel. I don't really need this. I'll put it in there anyway. Is that considered an intermediary? It is. Okay, let's productivity module this as well. This is more like a slow process. I don't really care if it's fast. I mean, it would be nice to be fast. Maybe I should make this fast and just use this as a belt line. But once a rocket gets launched, it'll start putting them into the chests, so that's kind of what I'm more preparing to do. Okay, so if this is steel, because we're going to need a lot of steel. Maybe 5,000 steel? I never remember how much of each item I actually need, so it's going to have to change eventually. Probably 3,000 of these. I think maybe up here I'll put water. There we go. I think they're all still connected, looks like it. So ideally, and I might have to move this one up here. Like this one will be, I don't know, water, and the other one will be lube, or vice versa. I'll just say, where is water anyway? Right here. It really doesn't matter, I can always swap these around. The water, we'll say, this is per barrel, 10 barrels. I want to say 1,000, but I think I'm going to start with 500. I'm going to do the same with lubricant. Is this how I want to do this? Okay, so maybe barreling, what was that, lubricant? Fill lubricant, fill water. 500, 500. And the only other thing I need is barrels. And the fluids, of course, but and barrels. Steel. Okay, water's the easy one. Where is my chemical plants? Okay, and I might change that. But do something like that. I don't need a whole bunch of it. input, output. This I don't really want here. I might do it this way. Because you maybe steel up here or something. Kind of really round about the steel. I just want to be able to have enough room for whatever goes up here, if anything. And I think ideally, these will be the tech cards, so maybe... These are going to change. I guess I could run the tech cards up here, but... So, green, military, okay, that works. Blue and then yellow. Oh. Do I need something else? And I have a lot of flamer turrets down here, so... These actually don't need to be here, so get rid of you. It'll actually be yellow military. So yellow and then military. And then it'll be blue and then green. Oops, went too far. Blue, and then this one will be green. And this will be red. Kind of like that. we're just gonna do 5,000 for everything but military. Yep. It's going a little bit too slow for my taste, so I might do what I thought before and maybe make an assembly line for these. Just fly to your deaths, why not, right? You dang robots! Okay, we're just gonna start ignoring that, I think, at this point. Actually wouldn't be going so slow. It's going faster than the rocket control units can be made. So this really is kind of pointless. Might connect it just to kind of have it, but I don't know if we'll use it anytime soon. Not unless I can get those rocket control units to work a little bit better. Yeah, we're not even making one a second. Well, sped it up a little bit. Fortunately, these are just slow, and I could just do full speed on them, but it's kind of a waste of resources just for speed, right? Basically doubled what they were making, so making half a one a second. Okay, sulfuric acid is not really that fast. I think it's a petroleum problem. Yeah, definitely a petroleum problem. All of our refineries are running. Our crude is full. Good. It looks like we actually need more refineries, if anything. Which is going to throw off our balance, of course. Yeah, if we put any more refineries down, we're going to build up on light oil. Which I could add some more of these, I guess, but I kind of like the balance that we have. Alright, back up to 1,000 spiked walls. We can at least finish this. 100% that one. And we need to repaste these. That way the parts that didn't get built are built. And then we can actually get rid of this. Maybe not that yet. And let's put a old-fashioned radar right here. And we'll probably fill that in first. Oh, right, I cut this off. All right, let's get rid of it. Okay, I'd maybe like a smaller version of that blueprint. Oh, right. Okay, so we need to put some down. Maybe a quarter of it would be nice. Something like that. Yeah, I like that better. All right, let's get out of our sandbox and we will use the blueprint. Yes. B, there we go. There, it's a little bit smaller, it's kind of nicer. Not this huge blueprint I gotta really manage afterwards. What are you? Oh, there's just a tiny bit there. That's fine. All right. Gotta mine that out just a little bit faster. You know, that's another thing I need to get set up is minor Mark IIs. So I'm going to say the walls are upgraded, even though the north side is not. Can I even get the north side upgraded easily? Like this one. Actually, I can. Probably fairly easy. I'll definitely need walls though, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. Alright, how is our balance here? Okay, so we're definitely gonna be overproducing. Unfortunately, we're gonna be overproducing light oil, so this is definitely gonna go up. But I think that's okay. Can I maybe get... I don't think I can get an extra in here. Actually, I think I can. Alright. That should help a little bit at least. We're not quite producing enough petroleum really to fill everything up. You know what, let's do a couple of balancers. 1-to-1 balancer here. I always keep the lanes balanced. At least a little bit. Alright, red circuits are doing extremely well. Well, I am happy about that. Batteries are backing up. Good. Well, no, never mind. Sorry. That was motors. I was thinking this was batteries, but no, that's motors. So we still don't have enough battery production. Which, that was kind of a sulfur problem, and hopefully now it won't be. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a surplus. I could speed up the belt here. That should help shove more in. Okay, we are getting a backup of sulfur, so I don't think that was actually needed, but yeah, see, we're still getting hit with meteorites here. I do need to get up here and kind of fix the problem. Okay, batteries are definitely flowing better than they were. Again. Than they were again. Okay, hopefully this is finally done since I fixed the modules. I could probably use another one. Upgrade these to module 2s. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on. Let's put down another one. We'll connect it. We'll connect it to this one.